Also in 5.5, we're still talking about negative exponents, so I gave a couple more examples. So we have the 1 that's already in the numerator, and then in the denominator it has a negative exponent. So because it has a negative exponent, again, it's only up against the base, so the base of this 2 has the negative exponent. So we're going to move the base and the exponent to the opposite position of where it's at in the fraction, so it's going to go to the top. The 1's going to stay there too, so it's just going to be 1 times, and then we're going to have 2 to the 3rd power now. Okay, so 1 times 2 is just 2, so it doesn't we don't really worry about that. So 2 times 2 times 2 is what? 8. So 1 over the 2 negative thirds becomes a positive 8. All right, so let's look at this one where there's a negative on the bottom and there's a negative on the top. So this guy has a base of x, and so we're going to move this guy to the bottom because he's on top and he has a negative exponent, so we got to move his position. But he also has a negative exponent, so we're going to move his opposite position, so he's going to go to the top. So the x to the 5th will go to the top, so we have x to the 5th over x to the 7th. Now we have how many x's on top? 5, right? So let me just draw that out. We have 5 x's. How many x's do we have on bottom? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we're going to cancel out basically how many there are left. So these are going to cancel together, these are going to cancel together, those are going to cancel together, those are going to cancel, those are going to cancel. So now what do we have left? We have 2 x's on the bottom. Well, we got to keep something on the top to show that it was there in the denominator. So if we do times 1 right here, would it change the value? No. So we're going to have 2 x's left on the bottom, so that's going to be x squared on the bottom, and what's on top? The only thing that we have left, we got to put that placeholder of a 1. All right, so this guy has a negative exponent, but the one on bottom doesn't. So we're just going to move him to the bottom. Again, we got to put a placeholder, so we're going to put a 1 on top. Okay, so we have x squared times x to the 3rd. Well, our rule says if they have the same bases and they have different exponents, or if they have the same bases and they're being multiplied, the rule says that you just take those exponents and add them. So it's just 2 plus 3, there, that 2, that 3. So it's going to be 1 over x to the 5th. So these are your answers.